Welcome back to Benchmark. I'm Anshin Selvaraja. Now we're going to take a look at how the current political climate in the country has affected one of our highest earners, the tourism sector. And joining me is Product Head of Frontier Research, Travis Gomez. Welcome back to the show, Travis. Now just to begin with, how was the tourism sector performing prior to, let's say, October of this year?
Okay, so if you look leading up to October, there's been a lot of improvements in terms of there's a lot of positive sentiment around tourism. You saw that the tourism numbers were improving. So we take for the first 10 months, it was about the tourist arrivals, it was close to like 1.8 million tourist arrivals, and as a result, the government has also become more confident. So because of that, they revised up the tourism target actually from 2.5 million to 3 million. At the same time, a lot of some of these large marketing campaigns got off the ground during that period. So there was a big, like the CNN campaign, and then there's a lot of those projects got off the ground. There's a lot of marketing activities that are going on, and sort of like the icing on the cake was we got featured on Lonely Planet as like the #1 place to visit. So things were going quite well up till October.
Now, post the October 26th madness, I would say, what sort of impact has this had on the tourism industry?
So right now, in terms of the numbers, you're not seeing much in terms of November. I don't think there'll be much of an impact in terms of the arrivals and all, but definitely this will have an impact in terms of December, Jan, Feb. So I mean, the timing could not have been more inopportune, and this is like we're going into the high season for when it comes to tourism. So particularly the tourism from Europe who are like hoping to take their winter vacation in like a warm destination, they might be rethinking whether to go somewhere else. So definitely we would start to see an impact happening, particularly from January, February. There might be a drop in the numbers, and even now some of the hotel operators have been reporting some of the short-term visitors, particularly from India, they've seen a drop in the arrivals. And right now what they've also been saying is that a lot of people have put tentative bookings, but usually by this time people would confirm their bookings, and usually their occupancy would be around 75-80%, but still they're saying it's around like 50-60% at the moment. So things are a bit uncertain.
Now, Travis, there have been various reports going around about the cost of all this political upheaval on the sector. There are numbers thrown about like 20 million loss or 250 million loss. Is there any truth in any of these numbers? What's the real situation?
In terms of the tourist arrivals, definitely in terms of the target being achieved, I think it looks very unlikely now, given that so far for the 10 months we've achieved 1.9 million. To achieving the 3 million target would be very difficult, because when it comes to the December period particularly, the average is about like 340,000 visitors in that month. So given the situation, we definitely would see a drop in that. And also in terms of the earnings, definitely the earnings are also going to be affected now. Now we have to sort of put it in context that we've gone through like this period of the war, and even during that period there was a tourism industry. But the thing is, the situation we are in now is that there's been a huge growth in terms of the industry. There's the supply has almost doubled. There's a lot of people, there are a huge amount of new people that are coming to the industry. So definitely in terms of their livelihoods are definitely going to be affected, and in terms of the earnings as well. So for the first 8 months, tourist earnings are about 3 billion. So so tourism is one of those sectors which has the potential to be one of our high export oriented segments. So definitely there's going to be an impact.
Yeah, because it's not just the hotels losing out on their bookings, but it's also the spend of the tourist sector that's the problem, right?
Yeah, exactly. And when it comes to employment as well, because we are seeing like because of the informal sector growth of that, you've got a lot of people who are like seasonally they are employed in the tourism sector during this high growth period. So their livelihoods are definitely going to be affected. Thank you very much for joining us, Travis. Okay, thank you.
That was Product Head of Frontier Research, Travis Gomez. Thank you for watching Benchmark, and we hope to see you again next time.